Let's start with Alabama. Okay, so Alabama gets a couple of new coordinators. And again, I said in my last podcast, these are going to be the best two positions open in college football. I still absolutely believe that. They go to Tommy Rees and Kevin Steele. Steele was, I think a lot of people were like, okay, that makes sense. The Tommy Rees one raised some eyebrows. I was even a little bit surprised, mainly because I really thought Tommy was ultra committed to Notre Dame and to Marcus Freeman. But this is a great opportunity for Tommy Rees, a great opportunity. Look at the lineage of Alabama offensive coordinators and what they've gone on to do. So this is a no-brainer for him. A 30-year-old Tommy Rees gets a chance of a lifetime to go work for the greatest college football coach in the history of the sport. You jump at that. You absolutely jump at that. So he's going down there. And I've seen some Bama fans be like, well, what's he going to bring? Keep in mind, Tommy's not going down there to run his offense. None of these guys were necessarily. I think Lane probably was there to start to implement things that were spread-oriented. And guys have had their different take on that, and they certainly have had their own fingerprint. But now that's become the Alabama Saban offense. And so Tommy Rees is going down there to put himself in the Alabama system and not vice versa. He's going to learn a lot. I think that he's a really smart guy. And the bottom line is, I'm going to give Nick Saban the benefit of the doubt. He's the best college football coach in the history of the sport. Like, why wouldn't I give him the benefit of the doubt? I've heard from a lot of guys throughout college football, talked with a lot of guys that have been through an interview process with Coach Saban. And they've said it's eye-opening, maniacal, thorough, all of the above. Like, the vetting process is second to none. So if this guy makes it through it, and you're going to go and you're going to be hired by Nick Saban, I trust Nick Saban. I don't like to. So, Bama fans, I just have a question for you. Do you not trust Nick Saban? Do you think you know better? I think many of you are trusting him as I am, and I'm going to stand with that. Tommy Rees is a really good coach, and I think that this will work out because, by the way, it always does for Alabama. Again, they're the best. He's the best coach in the history of college football. And then from a Kevin Steele standpoint, remember, this defense should have been better last year. It really should have. They fell below expectations in some important games. And I think that the biggest difference when you look at what Bama has done over the last couple of years and what Georgia has done over the last couple of years, it's actually been on the defensive side. Like, Georgia has kind of exceeded Alabama and what they've done defensively. And so I think that Nick is going back to a guy that's like, okay, I'm going to bring in somebody that I really know that like is the older veteran guy that can come in and we can try to take the next step defensively and get to a place that we haven't been in the last couple of years. So that's my take on the Alabama situation. Bottom line, I trust Nick Saban.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.